no, tomorrow, and then I was leading up into the lower uh, insertion into the gas truck.
Yeah,
If you imagine that whole line,
yeah,
does cramping closer to the bone
yeah.
mean more to you than anything, or like does it signify anything?
I mean, to me, it just means like muscle confusion. So it's like either some weak spot within that line, like either post tib or big toe or something along that line.
Yeah, those 2 points. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It sounds to me like it's just a little bit confused, a little bit weak, you know?
gotcha. And say, for example, that was ceasing up for someone in running. Like, what would your go-to thing be?
Uh, Probably like going to the big toe extension somehow. Even just being here and pulling it up, or pulling the foot up and then out would be like up would be the big toe and then out would be the post tib. Just to
Gotcha.
like get it done. But then the strengthen move is it's a secret block the toes move that we can get into. One of the one of the elite feet secrets, bro. Kadim's
So,
ask Kadim. He's been having his first experiences with the elite feed program, dude. Today,
And Matt.
yeah, and Matt as well. Today, Kadim, there's this one of these calf raises. He was like, one of the ones I'm just talking about where you block the toes, and he was like, bro, this shouldn't even be called a calf raise. This is insane because you just feel it so deep in the ankle. Now I did it on one of my marathon runners today in person. We did it properly, and he's been doing it a little bit differently. So we did it properly, and he like could barely even get his ankle off the ground. This is a guy that runs 80, 90 miles a week. Could barely lift his ankle off the ground when we when we put his toes in a certain position. So, and he was like, I feel like my Achilles is gonna explode, and I was like, yeah, bro, we got some room to improve here. So
so flex the big toe up against something and then do a calf raise is what you're saying, is it?
yeah, okay, just give that a go and see. How's the running coming, Kev?
Yeah, let's do a 2 point start, 20 meters. Yeah, it went freaking good, but I was pulling every tool out of the bag trying to get rid of an issue in the foot. Like it eased off, but I was just like, I don't understand
Yeah,
why this is like cramping at the arch. But
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'm just one message away, brother.
awesome, awesome.
All you gotta do is send me the message. We'll get it under control. And how's the foot speed we chatted about?
Haven't been back in concrete, but I mean, yeah, I'd say it's there. Like, yeah, maybe not, maybe it is. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Good. Great, dude.
What's been the topic of today with the boys?
Well, they just arrived, so probably 15 minutes ago. So we've covered a lot. We've covered how to stay jacked during a long car drive. That was really important, and yeah. So that's been the main coverage so far. They came up today. Greg's gonna come up tomorrow. When's your flight arrive, Kev?
I don't have like.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Crazy, you didn't book it. Yeah.
And for Zach and Steve, do you like anything that you guys are like curious to poke questions at in particular that you guys have maybe met a crossroad where you're like looking for some insights on?
I think I've got less specific stuff for me, more just I feel like I've got 100 different things that I feel like this guy has a wheelhouse in that I'm curious about, but not like I feel stuck with this thing. More I'm just trying to extract as much from this crazy mountain man as I can.
I think the running mechanics is one of the most
Yeah, that's
interesting
actually
things for
probably a
me.
good
Like there's just so much information out there on running mechanics, but lots of people who say stuff and can't run. So
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
it's valuable.
And
Good
Raquel,
stuff.
how much did you do dips this week? Did you?
Oh, not yet, bro. This evening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that your
Probably
upper body
chuck in.
progress is pretty ridiculous every week.
Yeah, the dance is going good. Yeah. Trying to push the bench, pushing the dips, pushing the planche.
Fingertips?
Almost.
Almost, dude.
We'll get that one finger soon. Two fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you noticing with the planche as the presses go up?
Feels like it's getting like I'm progressing faster with it. So
Yeah. Feel the connection.
yeah. Yeah, I held with the band that I was holding for like 8 seconds 2 months ago. I'm holding it for 20 seconds now.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, almost there.
What about on the business side? What's going on there? You getting some inquiries?
Just starting to, so I've got a handful of in-persons now and just posting my own training on Instagram. I'm starting to get people. I got one or two just message. I got two just message asking for help with my style of working out or programming.
Your style of pecs.
Yeah.
You get me
Yeah.
your style of pecs, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Walking through the door pecs first, dude. That's the
Just popping.
Yeah.
nice, bro.
Came from bodybuilding background into BJJ and progressing fast through the BJJ and doing more calisthenics. Everyone assumes he's on gear, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's pretty good if you're smiling about that.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like- it's, here he is.
Hey,
There we are.
hey,
There we are, dude.
Mr. Mooch.
How we doing?
I wanted to touch on today. I want to talk a little bit about pricing and feeling comfortable about increasing prices, which is probably early in your journey with this, Raikil. And I know Greg's kind of thinking about getting those first clients. Like he's a little bit behind where you're at with it. You've been bringing new people into the system that this week. Mooch and you guys have been on a big journey. Like I remember when we first spoke. Like, what were you making like a grand, or what were you making when we first spoke? You remember?
I think the most I had made was $2,000 in a month.
Yeah. So and what do you do roughly now? What's your best month so far?
Best month is 24 or 5.
So what's 2 to 24?
That's 12. yeah.
That's a pretty big increase. So how do you go from $2,000 a month to 24 grand a month and still feel like you're a good person?
I work almost less.
Yeah,
Like if not the same.
yeah,
So
yeah. So what happened?
Uh,
Maybe come a bit closer. I don't know.
yeah. Prices got to go up
Yeah.
eventually or at the time.
How have you managed it? Like the price shift over time?
I've just continued to raise every new client. Like every time I make a sale, the next client is going to come in at something a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And then there's a few clients right now that I need to raise because they're now at a much lower price than the other ones. But they've been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like they're very consistent, easy.
Yeah.
But they can definitely go up.
What? Yeah. Have you thought like sometimes when people think about that, like one way to do it is to offer them more group stuff or more online service or more programming, but less face-to-face contact, so you can like maintain the price point if they can't afford to go up, or you can just offer them to go up and keep the same. Like,
I'll typically just offer them to go up and I'll tell them what the other people are paying,
yeah,
and then they're like, "Oh, wait, you've been helping me."
yeah,
But then I'll give them like, you can pay as many as you want
yeah,
of the old price.
yeah.
I'll just be like,
So
yeah,
you can pay in advance for
yeah. If you want to
months or
pay,
6
if
months.
you want to pay in advance for the year, like sure. Then I have all the money. I can go invest it.
Yeah.
It goes up anyways.
Yeah.
So that's typically how I go about doing it.
Yeah.
But then it's also like my mom trained because she's coaching under me. She
Yeah.
trained clients all morning today.
Really?
Yeah, she took.
Let's
She
go.
took just one of my clients, and then she has her own now. So that's like, it's good growth there. She's almost full, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to just keep running into this. So that's where I'm building the online stuff.
I was gonna ask, is this all in person that you're doing right
It's
now?
mainly in person, but it's hybrid too. The hybrid's done well. That was all from you. Like the most I sold the 1,700 for 4 sessions, but then hybrid.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, and he's gotten great results.
Yeah.
And so he's continued to do it.
That's what Mitchell you just did that had that the other day, right? With that lady that inquired with you, you were like, yeah, we can do some in person, but let me program for you as well, and then you offer the price, and it's like, you know, just hourly rate at that point. Like you selling something beyond the hourly rate. So
It was like in-person session programming or like in-person session Zoom session?
In-person session programming. Yeah. That was and the kid drives 35 minutes to see me. So
yeah, that's the best way to do it. You can extend your, like, LA's huge,
Yeah.
but people can come and see you once a month or once a quarter, and they can get. I think it's so much more value for them if they see you once a quarter and they program online versus just online.
Yeah,
there's
it is.
So much more value.
Some
The
of my
human
pros,
connection, the like just
they
the
learn
tips
all the stuff, and
everything.
they're more likely to do it because then they come back and you can tell if they haven't done it.
all that stuff.
Come back, you're like, you haven't done anything, have you?
Yeah.
A couple of my pros have crushed with that. Like we didn't set it up as a hybrid thing, but like we trained remote. He came out in person, and then the next 3-4 months of programming, we crushed. And then he came out in person again. And
Such a better way to do it. Maybe the next step in your empire expansion is going to be having local coaches, you know, that can serve as well. You can charge that same price, but they're seeing someone else, so you can have the stuff going on all continents at the same time. And we'll see where we get to with ideas and discussions and testing things. Yeah, does that? You see how it can happen, Raikul, like it doesn't really matter what the first prices are. Welcome, Elliot. Good to see Alex. I know you've been talking about that, Alex, as well with Mitchell. You've been talking a little bit about pricing. I heard you tripled your prices. Is that correct?
You said trip on my prices?
Yeah, I heard you tripled your prices.
Oh, tripled. No.
Text everyone.
No, I mean, yeah, we did talk about it, and it's always nice to get a reminder, even just like I have no conversations really about that with anyone, and it's easy to sort of just keep letting it slide. But yeah, no, I think I'm raising everyone up in August, and I like what Stephen you said too about giving them the option of keeping the old price and paying as many sessions up front as they want before. That's really cool. I'm gonna do that for sure. But then like I one of the big things I always told myself that I told Mitchell that he straightened me out on real quick was I was like, yeah, I can raise the prices of the people that I have, but it's really not like life-changing money. Like it's not enough, and I don't want to just, start charging $200 an hour, even though I feel like, people would pay and it is that valuable. But he's like, yeah, it might not be life-changing, but it'll solve still essentially a lot of other issues, and it could be a 20%, increase in your income almost instantly. And for a lot of people that takes way longer than instantly to make that jump happen. And it's not life-changing, like I said, but it's still way better. It'll put me in a better situation than now, which will free up other opportunities. So it's yeah, I like that. I like that for sure. And I'm in the middle of all that, and kind of like Stephen too. Eventually it gets to the point where you can't just keep trading your time for money. So you have to go online, and Keegan, I've been kind of stuck at that spot for a while now, where I'm trying to get some of that time trade-off back with the online stuff. But yeah, I think that'll be a big focus of mine after these next 2 fights over the next couple of weeks with some of my athletes.
Nice, brother.
Yeah, most people in the corporate world are lucky if they get a 5% raise a year. If you're doing 20 and a snap of fingers, that's not bad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, obviously, to have that conversation with people who I've had for a long time, but I think they expect it anyway. And we're not selling
It's way harder for you than it is for them. Like,
They're like empty. That's okay, dude.
you can,
I doubled my price on one of my clients because they're the first people that came in before I was even working with Keegan. When I raised them, I doubled their price completely. Yeah, I almost felt bad. It was just like, hey, you're paying. You're gonna
Did they
pay
have an
me.
issue with it?
He's kind of like, hey, that's a big increase. And I was like, yeah, I just haven't adjusted your price since we started training. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's
3
like,
years.
okay.
Dude.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And they're still with me. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's not like any of us. Like everyone's getting better as well. Like,
Yeah,
everyone's learning.
yeah.
They can see you making effort. They can see the methods evolving. Like it's not a static process, especially when you're young, like you are. It's like obviously you're getting started. He got in early. And
yeah.
what's your journey been with it, Zach? With I remember in the park. That was the first session.
Yeah, the park
camp
days.
in the park.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of
playing the boys.
evolutions of just like even what we're doing as much as that. So yeah, like
What was it for the park for the session?
I think it was like $25 a week
Yeah.
for like group sessions of like.
I seem
bunch
to
of,
remember
like,
like $5 a pop or
yeah,
$10 a
they
pop.
were they were definitely real low for sure. Like half the times these are like old college teammates, like these are all like college students too. And they're like, hey, you mind if I do it next week or if we skip this week? I'm like, alright. Like so, yeah, there was not. It was a little bit of the love of the game at the time then.
So how important was it that you actually got that experience?
Exactly. Like,
So-
yeah, it was just doing like the repetitions and everything like that. And honestly, I still look back at that as some of like the most like fun times kind of training too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're chatting with Conor McGregor.
Yeah, come a long way since then.
So what's it been like? How's it been in terms of you looking at your pricing as you've grown?
Yeah, I mean the pricing's definitely just kind of gone up gradually as like we've gone to new spaces, gotten better at what I do. Of like it went from the park to then I found there was a facility where I could kind of rent space out of.
Yeah.
And it was a cool model where it was set up where it's just only personal trainers in there, and everybody was doing their own thing. So like you paid a flat fee, but then I had like a proper gym that I was training at. So then that became more of a thing. It became less, so we had more like kind of semi-privates as well. So it was still like a demographic that's not the wealthiest of that, like a lot of like college kids in particular, but you have 3 or 4 kids paying $30-$40 a session, and then all of a sudden it starts to turn into a decent thing there. Around that time started playing with some of the online stuff too. I've gone through probably 3 or 4 different like formats of kind of iterations of like we've done group stuff, one-on-one, tried to launch just standalone programs, come back to one-on-ones, like played around with a ton of different models on there. One of the things from this past kind of weekend that I kind of really like to do is like there's almost any route that you take, kind of one-on-ones, online, in person, like group stuff, whatever, like all of that stuff can work. Any of that can be successful. All of it has potential to be successful. All of it also has problems too. So it's just like, what sort of things, like what do you want your day-to-day to look like? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be on a computer, all like being very intentional about what kind of work you want to work on, like how you want to structure the day. Has been a helpful exercise for me to create something that you don't then realize you've kind of trapped yourself into this thing 6 months later of like, okay, I've overstretched myself I have 50 one-on-one clients remotely, and like I'm making insane money because it's all online and it's profit, but now I'm on my laptop 8 hours a day. So that piece I think is helpful as well, because it can be overwhelming of, oh, well, okay, Steven's being successful doing this, Moochie's got his thing over here, Zach's doing his thing over here, like they're all different and they're all being successful. How do I copy all of these different things? But yeah, that's a helpful exercise of like, what do I want to work on? What do I want to build? What do I want my day-to-day to look like? From like a project piece, and then just the pricing as you get better and better at what you do, that can just kind of go up with you, and there's really no kind of limit on that.
Any questions or thoughts on this coming from this side? I'm going to touch on like the camps and stuff as well, the in-person.
Keegan's just a voice in the background.
That's what he is to all of us.
Yeah.
It's like this voice from above. Yeah, it's like, is that a god, bro?
I could touch on a little bit. Jeez.
Yo,
I said I could touch on a little bit. I remember having a conversation back in Montenegro about prices. Zach and Steven, I think we were talking about it.
yep.
Yeah, I've fluctuated between. I slowly charged more as I went, I actually recently came out with an offer because we have the PAP app available for clients, just not public. Came out with an offer recently. It was just like thought of an idea. Uh, Needed some clients in recently, and so I'm just like just hybrid offer for the year, but it's kind of like a flexible offer where you get access to come to the gym and uh and train. Like I remember Poliquin when I talked to the Poliquin guy at the Olympic Hall of Fame dinner that I went to. He talked about how Poliquin would have the offer that he had with his professional athletes and athletes that wanted to just like be around him was like open gym hours that he would be there and then he would just program for them. And it was a yearly thing and he would charge like 20 to 30,000 at like his peak. And it would be a yearly programming where they would have like adjustments and stuff. And what I recently just offered to the fighter that came in that hopped on board, and I just offered to two other people. I have one pro European basketball player that hopped on it. Is $2,000 a month for a year, and you can like has like the option to pay like 3, 6, or 12, and it's basically we build him online programming, call once a week, and obviously making adjustments for him. But he just has the ability to come into the gym and we coordinate on that. And so it's kind of like, Zach, you talked about flexible time. It's like, you know, for an athlete to come in and train 4 days a week, as we would like them to, is actually most of the time rare for high school or college athletes.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I thought about that and I was like, you know, because they don't look at the training, even if like they're like believe in the training a lot, they don't look at it like, oh, like I could do this every day or my body's gonna be sore, I'm not, whatever, like sleep is cooked. So I was thinking of it like that, like, okay, I understand like you're not gonna train here every day. I understand like location. Let me make it flexible, but this is the set price, and it's kind of like having me have the ability to travel too. So it's been
I kind of like that because that's probably been one of the challenges for me of like, so doing kind of the same service or like demographic of like the ACL return to sports stuff, but doing that kind of in person versus then online. Like you kind of see kind of crossovers between like strengths and weaknesses of each of those. And like obviously in person, like the coaching is at a much higher level. But yeah, like all my remote people, I'm able to train them 6 days a week versus I'm lucky if I get 2 to 3 with my online people. So that kind of, I think that model is kind of interesting where you could get kind of best of both. And we were talking about it earlier too with Steven being in LA, or like the idea of some of like the pros that I've had will come out, like, let's say you come out and you do like one big session and then we program for you for a month or like that sort of thing. So this is like kind of like a similar idea to that model. That sounds interesting. I kind of like that.
Yeah. The first time I offered it, made a sale.
Out yet, or you just have they started doing that, or you just started it?
I literally just offered it to 3 people, and then locked in one guy for a year. So.
And so does that mean they're all in like the Jersey area ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jersey, New York. Like if guys are an hour away, it's like a perfect package.
Yeah.
If guys are traveling, it's like, yeah, it's great. If you can make it like once a week, once every 2 weeks, this is good. But like regardless, like we're connecting. We can treat like a Zoom call or a FaceTime call like a mini session. We can go over some things. I'll make adjustments to the program. But it's just like time flexibility.
And when they come in, are you doing like a one-on-one session with them, or do they just have
Yeah.
them in your
Yeah, I'm treating it like a one-on-one client.
Okay.
And then I gave Boyo the opportunity to have his like a similar tier, just like lower price point, and it's the same offer. So it's like one-on-one clients for him, and then yeah.
Are they getting like a set number of like visits with that?
So what I wrote down was at least 2 a month they can have.
some stuff to talk about. We're listening, dude. We just have it's the whole thing, dude.
No, it's good. It's good.
Dude, it sounds like the market has spoken on your deal, hey?
Yeah.
It's also like
Yeah.
a way that you could have an Archuleta. Like I've been thinking about that quite a bit of like how do you actually get an Archuleta in the modern business model where the deal was apparently the deal with Schroeder was like if you're not ready to be there for 8 hours, don't go to the gym. And they
Yeah.
would have like monster sessions. They were training every day. They'd do two a day, when it was summertime and whatnot. It's like how does anyone fit that in the modern thing? But in that Poliquin type model, it could work, right? Because you just program them to be in there all day, or they're in there all day, and they kind of know what they're doing. You kind of keep an eye on them, and I think that like Archuleta it's still unbeaten. He did 39 reps at 220 on the bench, and he hit crazy combine numbers. And as far as I know, like no one's even had a go at repeating what he was doing in terms of like training volume and stuff. But it's because of how the fricks are going to fit into a business model.
Yeah.
But
Because like guys do hardcore like the Les Spellmans do hardcore combine.
yeah, but that's
for
12
but
weeks.
for 8 weeks. Yeah, 12 weeks. Yeah.
It's not going to do it. Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
how do you have a kid? How do you spend that much time with an athlete to be able to go like 6 years of double days?
Yeah.
Like where they can pay for it, or
It's really interesting, actually.
yeah. Maybe that kind of model, it's doable that someone could go really hard, even for a 3 month transformation or whatever. Like Poliquin loved the double days. You get some kid who lives nearby and
Why the Marinovic
hit the
is
double
the
days.
way
Yeah.
you have a kid from
Well, yeah, Todd had Todd had all the access, but I think it's also part of what Mitch and I have been talking about quite a bit with coaches talking about they don't have time to train and whatnot. It's like jump in, like train more with your clients, especially with dense stuff, but with most of it, you can do more, and it's worth testing if you're a young man, like, and you want to make a name for yourself, like. See how much work capacity you can build up, see how much volume you can tolerate. And especially, like, I think a key to the Archuleta stuff is they always had that lower intensity that they could go to, so you can always get it done. And
Yeah.
when you do a ton of volume of speed work and such, like that was Westside as well. Like, they were doing 10 sets plus of their speed work, and then they do tons of volume on their assistance stuff, multiple sets of 15, 20, whatever it was going to be. But
And
you
even
can
to that point too, like a big part of probably Ben's blowing up was not just the system, but the fact that he trained himself into being a fucking freak.
Yeah, he was in the gym all day
We all
with
kinda
these
skip that part.
crazy athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a big part. Everyone who blew up in that real movement phase before ATG for coaches, and then ATG for coaches, and then even in that that uncommon success time, which was like Moochie, Evan, Liam, Kadeem, like all their time. And no one's done it without being athletically exceptional. It doesn't happen in my community. I know it happens in social media world of people who just figure out algorithms and hooks and all that stuff. But in my world, it's always been pinned to athleticism. How are you going to get that athleticism for you and the athlete? Like finding more exposures is key. And most, like a rugby player, they don't just train the gym. They train the gym and then they do their skills stuff as well. So they're always doing like 2 sessions. Yes.
No, that was my
I was like,
Done, dude. I love it.
amount of time.
Elliot, I hear that rowing training has become really lazy now, and people are just not really doing much volume on the rower anymore. Is this true?
No. Yep. Like you mean for Australian rowing or like just CrossFit and stuff in general?
No, I'm just talking shit. Are you
Oh.
yeah, have you started consulting with any rowers yet?
No, I've actually been doing a lot of work with Sean.
Yeah.
I haven't done any like um coaching like athletes because I've just still ever since like joining this group, like I've just been having like the time of my life exploring my own like athleticism. Like I for context, in January I was texting Keegan like, man, I'd be fucking stoked if I got like a foot elevated, slightly lean forward ATG squat, right? Like everything was so bad. And that was like my year goal, right? And now like I'm doing like full couch stretch, and I went for Mitchell's inspired me to go for like a run, like a sprint the other day. and I just did this barefoot sprint in the park, and I just had so much like testosterone going through my body, like my girlfriend had such a rough innings that evening. I was just like, I am caveman, right? And so it's like, you know, it's like, oh, like I used to surf a lot, and then I didn't for years, and now I do, and that's really fun. And like now I'm like throwing, like I'm just like throwing stuff again, and I'm like
Tennis,
running into.
tennis,
So I've kind of
paddle.
been, yeah, like racket sports as well. Like I do everything, like, and even just like, hey, you know how we spoke about in Bali, like you learn skills through like games, right? Like I got like some ping pong paddles and a ping pong ball, and we're playing like tableless ping pong on like a basketball court, like just like smashing this like ball across the court, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't know if it's like in like if it's just like a shift in priority, or I don't know. Like, I don't want to call it imposter syndrome, but I don't really want to like start like whilst I'm still like discovering what my body can do. I don't want to start telling people what they should do with theirs. But in saying that, if there was an athlete, like specifically a rower who just tells me that they do 20 hours of just rowing a week, I'd be like, dude, like you need to start walking. Like you need it. Like it's
Stop
actually like
walking.
it's even like, you know,
That's where
like
it starts from. It's like
it's
get
for your
back,
life.
like stand up, man.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
just
not
grab your
even, it's not
asshole.
even,
That's not sport.
yeah. I'm
Guys, you
like,
guys
it's not
get
even just for their rowing, it's for their life as well. Like I couldn't walk more than like 15 minutes without having to sit down because I'd never walked. Like only exercise I did was rowing.
Yeah.
And it's like just go for like if you can't just walk
Yeah.
for like an hour at least, like that's a big fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like that's let alone we're not even thinking about jogging or running or anything yet. Um, so yeah, that's what I've been up to. But I have been working a lot with
Sure.
athletes on their mental game, and that's been really good.
Yeah, which is the other side of your passion is the
Actually, sorry, can I hijack?
yeah, go.
Is the psychology.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to hijack everyone's time just one more time because I just have to share this. But um, I was speaking to this guy actually super randomly. Shout out to Mitchell again because I went down to the pool to swim, and there was this guy who's really good at swimming, and I'm like, yep, this bold South African told me I had to speak to you.
If anyone is a good athlete.
Yeah. And so I started chatting to him about his swimming, and then we got on to like the topic of like self-belief and positive affirmations. Um, and we started talking about Kanye West, how he just can like believe he can do anything, right? And we're just like, he must tell himself that he just lies to himself so much that it just becomes like a natural part of his psyche. And then he said to me like something really genius. He was like, imagine like, you know, even if you're doing something mundane, every time you did it, you told yourself, I'm a freaking legend, right? Like every time I tied my shoes, I'm a legend. And then I said, oh, imagine every single time you walk through a door, you tell yourself, I'm a champion. So now every single door I walk through, public, at home, whether I'm like
Scream it out
desperate,
loud.
you know, like whether I'm running to the toilet, desperate to do a shit, like I always smack the top of the door and I say, I'm a champion. And at first it was really cringe and really like forced. But now it's gone to the point where I was bringing in my washing and I just opened the door and just subconsciously I just said, I'm a champion, right? And that was really powerful for me. I was like, oh my God, it's now like, it's gone from like conscious to like semi-conscious. And now it's kind of just seeping into the background of my psyche that I'm like a champion and I just have all this self-confidence. And every day I've started doing it, I've been feeling really good. So if anyone wants to try something new, every single time you walk through a door, tell yourself a positive affirmation that you've been working on.
Sean Elliott, all those things, dude. I'm super psyched for you. I'm proud that you took the advice and like went for it, and I'm honored that you did that as well. Just talking to everyone, that you find interesting, or everyone that you think might have something that you might want to have at some point, I just urge you guys to just start talking to them. Because like there's people out there that have some wild stuff, and like it's not usually our gift is like so entwined into ourselves that we don't even know it's a gift. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
until someone asks you and then you say something, they're like, that's amazing, dude. You know? So it does take that question to bring out someone else's gift. Like that guy probably went home and like felt really good about like the chat and what he got to share with you and inspire you and change your life. Dude, this is how like mankind becomes better, you know? And then the whole lying to yourself thing, bro, I do that up every mountain I run up, you know? Keegan experience all the shit talking that I do on the mountain, calling things flat and continually telling myself I don't feel it. Like it's not stop. And you can do it. You can do it through your whole life. The thing is, it's not a lie. It's just you're just tapping into some other reality where you're not tired. You're tapping into the other reality where you are champion and everyone's gonna effing see it, you know? And it's it can be like you're making it real.
Yeah.
So I'm psyched for you, bro. That's a whole nother. I'm just really excited for you. And then the other side about not wanting like imposter syndrome and that sort of thing. You know, when you know the message, I get that where you're trying to develop something right now in yourself and you're not ready to like put it out in whatever way you'd want. And so, but the first is just know like when you feel like you could help someone, which you're way past that now. But when you can come to grips that you could actually be the person that can change someone's life, which you are now, you should go and do it, dude. And you shouldn't hold back. Like before that point, don't try and help. But then after that point, which you again are way past, you should go. And there are rowers out there that you just described. The thing is, they're not coming to your door and knocking on it and say, "Bro, I row casually, and I can't."
Yeah.
You know, you're the only person, the only rower that knows that.
Yeah.
Again, this comes to like the thing that you have knowledge that other people don't have. And when it comes out of your mouth, it's different if it comes out of my mouth or anyone else's mouth, the same piece of knowledge.
Yeah, 100%.
So go get it, bro. Go get it. And go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say on what you're saying, like some of these conversations haven't really been that big. Like I just kind of like when I was out surfing, one of the guys, I was just like, "Oh, you're really good at that," and he just was like, "Oh, thanks." Told me a few things, and then just kind of like swam off. And it doesn't have to be like this big intimidating thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got something out of that because you went out of your comfort zone to chat to this guy and to say hi. He might not be looking for the same thing you're looking for, but he helped you. So now you're a better surfer. You're more confident talking to people. You've tried your message again on a different person. So you've like 3x just coming out of that one conversation. For him, it was just like a pass along thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I'm just psyched for you, man. Like just in the short time I've known you, you've taken these huge leaps, bro. It's like, it's just amazing to see. And this is what it's about.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been like, you know, like I was dealing with like injuries and chronic fatigue for like 3 years, and it's just like in the past like 6 or 7 months, it's just like boom, 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 like it's just really, really gone up. And I think the positive thing that I'd bring on to someone else is that I didn't have to wait 3 years to fix that. Like I could have fixed it in the first 5 months, but I didn't know about, telling myself that the mountain is flat and kind of just getting into it and things like that. So I think even if, finding someone who's like really injured, just be like you don't have to wait and do all this recovery or whatever. Like you can, like you're gonna heal yourself by moving, right? So don't be scared to just go out there and explore.
That's huge, bro. Dude, and the thing about feeling like your testosterone went up when you like ran on the grass barefoot and you have all this energy, bro. I feel like I function on hormones more than carbs. Like I'm like that's the feeling right there. And if you have that, other people gravitate towards that, and other people want to know how to get that. That's like a superpower, not like kind of a superpower. That
Mm.
is the superpower that many humans have not tapped into. Is like, what is this hormonal thing that is like happening deep that like no amount of sugar or carbohydrates or like short-term energy source can actually give me? Like that's what we start to function on, bro. When you start to function on that, like everything
Yeah.
is over at that point, you know?
Yeah. No, I actually think like we don't actually need as much food as we think. Um, just like yeah, just getting out there and just like having a crack and being in the sun and um
It doesn't play as much of a role in energy as people give it. People can eat a shit
yeah.
ton of food and have no energy, like that thing of I need to eat more food so I have more energy. There's something there, but the psychology is a much bigger part than never gets spoken about alongside the calories. It's not part of the conversation.
Keegan, is your camera off or is like your voice in my head? Is that the Keegan voice in my head too? Oh, right.
We're all here, bro.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I can't see you anywhere. Like, I just see this
Mostly
mountain
behind the hair
man
anyway.
chatting.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, with the with the bullshit you're spreading about not working with rowers yet because you're not on your own journey and stuff. Just it's I only asked about consulting. Like just start having
Yeah.
conversations. Like, hey, what if we caught up once a week about how your training week went? Just have the conversation. Be someone to bounce ideas off. Maybe they
Yep.
test one or two things. Like it's not about you taking over the whole program and tell them you're going to take them to the next Olympics and whatever. Like that time might come or it might not, but you're not going to know unless you start having those conversations. Like just
Mm,
have conversation. You know so many rowers already, and you
mm.
can easily find more. So
Yep.
you need to test these ideas and thoughts that you're having about how rowing can be done better and how psychology can be done better, and what the impact of walking might be for rowers and all the stuff. Like test it. Don't doesn't It doesn't have to be about you being the authority. Like just be a teammate, be a friend, be someone who's curious of what impact it has.
Mm. Yeah, that's a really good
Also,
point. Like, it's one thing to think it, another thing just to test it.
I would also say that you train yourself and you can make great realizations training yourself, but when you see other people's reactions to you giving them what you're how you're training yourself, or seeing other people's reactions gives you like a uplifting thing to go and help more people.
Mm.
Gives you the clarity to go and do it because you're like, oh, interesting, like how this may help me is maybe different than somebody else. So it kind of gets you on the journey of going. It's like the foot in the door to see somebody else's reaction. So you train them.
Justin, that's an excellent point. I'm going to text a row right now.
There you go.
There we
You
go,
convinced me.
baby.
Can I?
I just as you were saying that, I pictured this guy, this like I think this one of the junior guys who I chatted to a few months ago about his back pain, and I was like, oh, that's shit, bro. Even though I knew what he would need, and I just think, you know what, I'm just gonna send him a message right now.
Yeah. Just check
Just
in.
be
Dude,
like,
you wanna so I'm in the gym today. I'm in the gym all day today training. And I gotta sort out like when I'm booking this Colorado trip. At the same time, I'm trying to figure out whether or not this NBA puts the gym. And so he's got like,
Oh, it's the
if
15th.
you guys are familiar, Kevin Durant. He's got nearly. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah.
yeah,
He's got nearly 14 million followers. Dude, I texted him maybe 16 times. He gives me one response. I text him again 12 times. He gives me one response. I don't care, dude. What else are you doing? You wipe your ass just like I do. So like, what's the holdup? Like, what's the holdup? What's his name? Woodward's talking to McGregor. Dude, when I seen that, I was like, dude, let me text McGregor. Let me see if I get him. I spam McGregor. I'm spamming him.
Is he respond?
Not yet. And you know what? And if he does respond, we're bringing Woodward to the gym and we're training him together.
Let's go.
That's the way.
So
Take it over. Yeah. It's a
This is the power of the group.
yeah.
This is what, in theory, this is what would happen. If we were all on a team, this is what would happen. One person doing really well, and other people doing really well would connect each other and team up, and you do so much more as a team than we can individually, you know? So it's like it's huge. This is what I found a huge power of the network here is like, even though that hasn't necessarily happened, but just like helping someone despite, you know, in a non-transactional way, like everyone in here, tight brotherhood, all that, we can help each other in a big way. It's got to be this non-transactional thing. Of course, we can all share wealth with whatever resources or knowledge and all that, but it can't only be if it's transactional. You know, it should be just straight out of love and guarantee 100% it will come back, 100%.
I'm with that.
So what's happening with KD? Is he coming?
He's coming tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Is he?
He's flying into the private airport, 5 minutes away from the gym, and then he's pulling up.
Let's fucking go.
He texted me today. Finally sent his number.
It's time.
That's fucking sick, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing we're talking about packaging and stuff. I'm gonna have to figure out what this whole thing's gonna be. But yeah.
It's amazing, man. Persistence, the vision that you've had, backing yourself, the confidence, all the stuff. Like, what? How old are you now? 17.
I'm
Yeah.
Gonna have his first beers.
just turned 23.
That's amazing.
How you doing it, brother?
Get some chin hairs soon. It's gonna be.
Yeah, barely.
Not that real pain.
Yeah. But yeah, like think about like 23, but like where you were in college, and just how many all men are getting dwarfed. Like we're all getting dwarfed. It doesn't. You could have started this journey at 12, 13, 14. You started it in college. You know, it's still earlier than most. And look at what you're doing by the time you're 23, just because you had the courage to train hard, have conversations, travel, you know, send the messages. Of course, you've done so much stuff really well. But it doesn't have to take as long as everyone's making out that it does. You don't have to be 45 by the time you coach a pro athlete. Like,
Yeah, definitely not.
for Elliot, you know, how old are you, Elliot?
It's 25.
All right. What's the best beard you've had?
I don't think I've ever had one.
All right. So we set some goals. Look at Raikyo there. You see Raikyo? That's what we're talking about. Huh?
Dude, there are some quality beards in this group.
Yeah,
What do you guys think?
Stephen and Zach will be coming along by the end of the camp.
Getting
Get
there.
a little bit extra there. Chris, wanted to introduce you here with Mitchell. I don't know if you guys have met, have you?
I don't think so. I can't.
You're in a light tunnel there.
I have.
Space-
I'm getting my sauna time.
Sauna, there you go.
Yeah,
That's the
I think we've spoken once or twice in the dark sauna. I recognize the light. Nice to chat again, Chris.
Yeah. I was when you were talking about calories to camaraderie on the testosterone pump. It really seems like camaraderie and that competition and things like that matter a lot more in just getting you going. And seeing that room that you guys, the four of you were sitting in, you guys are probably just like topping each other off, like going up and up and up.
The answer is yes, dude.
I'm in my little like multicolored light box by myself, just like going down.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Is this in your house, Chris?
It is.
It's the infrared sauna, or what is it?
It is. Yeah, it's an infrared, but I put blankets around it and jailbroke it so I can get it up to about 180. It seems like all the real actions for the heat shock proteins is up at that higher temperature, but this is my post putting the kids to bed wind down for the day.
Chris, what are your favorite activities?
These days, putting my
Each
kids
other all
to
the
bed.
time.
I'm like just like CrossFit and being a dad and and trying to and make money.
Yeah. And you run a little bit?
Yeah, it comes in spells. I run basically. I randomly will bite off a half marathon and then not train for 3 or 4 months, and then try to jump into 50K or just some real punishing workout, all my childhood fucking trauma,
Yeah.
and just not give up.
Bro, that's the trauma box you're in right now, dude. That's what that is, dude. That's what it is.
It is.
Well,
I love
hey,
it.
you're interested, send me over a video for the gait analysis.
Yeah. Well, it will.
Just make
It'll be a ground zero. So I really appreciate that offer.
it's a great place. Zero is a great place to start.
Yeah.
Some would say the best.
Yeah, I feel like I have more in me, and I'm not really sure how to get there. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll give you some sweet unlocks, bro. You'll feel good. You'll feel good immediately.
Yeah.
What
Awesome.
about the did you what about the I know when you came in, I think Anthony's on here as well, there was the No Comfort Club stuff and all that. We haven't spoken about that stuff for a long time, but maybe it's a good one to if you're open to discussing the it was you were on the weed
Yeah.
bench there for a while.
Yeah. I basically I had like a 30-year 10 time a day weed habit that I basically got started in the No Comfort Club and was able to finally get that monkey off my back.
Nice, bro.
I'm about, it's coming up 3 years now without any marijuana products or anything, and almost 3.5 years of no drinking. I used to be a rotten binge drinker, and I just chased. I was a good fucking time until I was not a good time.
Yeah. Sweet, man.
But it's been amazing. This last 4th of July, just a few weeks ago, I was driving my au pair to the train at about 8 o'clock at night, and they had all the police blockades all over the place, and I was so fucking happy to be sober and not have to think about any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was really great, and it's led me down my own kind of 12-step program and self-reflection on why I hated myself so much to be constantly trying to get out of reality and just numb and be dumb and chase validation from any chick. Like I would fucking wrestle these animals and go garbage picking at like 2 a.m, and I did not care. It was
Shredding it, dude.
That's one way to put it.
yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
So, I guess that was no comfort. Holding those Titans up was no comfort itself. So I guess that was all the prep work for the real No Comfort Club.
Well done, dude. Yeah, well done, man. Well, I mean, it's like all these like we chatted up before, all these dark times that we go through, they're actually a gift, So you didn't. It's such a blessing as we look back on it, and you have so much more life after you've come out of a dark place, and you get to help others come out of it, and they have like proof of concept that there is a way out.
Yeah.
So it's super legit, man. And I've had some experience. I've never been much of a drinker, but I was getting absolutely barbecued for about 20 years of my life. And 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 only.
Does that mean anything? Is that
And-
South African or is that
But I was
California?
yeah, I was smoking a lot. The hard thing for me with weed was that it didn't really bring anything bad, and it was always like an energy drink for me. So it was actually like some positives, but whether it's positive or negative, I just believe like you shouldn't need it. You know, like even if it's highly positive, you shouldn't need it. So it didn't. That was the tough part for me. Actually, when I started talking to Keegs, gave me a little bit more purpose that my message is going to be out. Like, and actually, I'll give you guys some credit here. Is like talking to you guys in this club, I felt like I had to be even more like on, and it gave me more responsibility. So if I was going to get absolutely lit up at noon, which I've had completely freedom to do in my life, I would know that I have a call at 5, and I would it really helped me be like, no, I don't need it. And the fact is I never needed it. I never felt like I had to do it. I just had so much freedom in my life that there was no reason not to, you know? So actually these calls were a huge part of me stopping smoking, you know, just like straight up, just because I was like, I got a responsibility to the boys to like give my best, you know? So it was huge. So I appreciate you guys for all that too.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. It was joining this and booking a trip to Montenegro, and I basically said, like, you're fucking fooling yourself if you think you're going to show up and a guy like Keegan is going to take you serious if you're like sweating out fucking Maui Wowie or whatever the fuck, you know, was oozing out of my pores. And that showing up, you know, this leads back to that book, King, Warrior, Magician, Lover, and about having like really good, impressive role models to fucking reach up to you know, that's what this group kind of showed me. Like everyone at every different stage of their life was putting it out there and making themselves better. And you know, it's just paid off so many benefits. And you know, it's even in a weird way helped me business wise. I was just offered from my father to take over like $100,000 tax business that basically earns that in 3 months each year. And I started going through the process of taking it over, and I was like, I do not love this. I am not, like, what am I doing? I'm like, this does not bring me joy. I'm not actually fucking helping anybody, and I can make this money doing something that I get fucking lit up about. And I just turned it away. I just said, no thanks. I can get that another way, you know, and I would have just taken it because it was offered. But I don't love it. So this group is also having me chase joy and meaningful decisions and knowing myself. Like now I'm actually getting to know myself, because if I did more jobs like that, yeah, I'd have more money, but that money would go right into a fucking bottle that I would be crawling into to numb myself from the shitty week of dealing with people's like garbage piles.
Yeah, bro.
So
yeah, I'm psyched for you, bro. That's awesome. That's the energy we need. It's amazing. You start running, you run away from the demons faster, I promise.
Do you feel like everyone that does ultras, I
Yeah,
always
dude.
joke with them.
Might as well just jump into an ultra.
well,
dude,
I'm
and
finding
work
that
on
I'm the
24 hours
demon,
straight.
so that's a little bit of my problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, this group, that's why I continue to jump in and check in even when I'm like, I'm not what everybody else is. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm able to snuff that shit out. And like the rowing guy was talking about earlier, having that important dialogue of telling telling your bitch self to shut the fuck up and that you are something more.
Yeah.
Funny story. I used to, when I was about 25, I used to open gyms moving around Florida. And I was like the fattest guy on staff at about 270 pounds, but I was the fucking manager. So I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to be fat. I'm the brain, not the body. And we would go out at night, and in the shower, when I would get ready, I'd be like, you're the sexiest motherfucker out there. Like, oh, God damn, all these girls want to fuck you. Oh, my God, you're so hot. Oh, you're the man. You're the man. And after like a half hour, I actually walked out of my house with some swagger, and I would pull with the best of them. So, you know.
Dude, it's like a manager's story. But I have nothing to do with it, dude.
Elliot's like a
Yeah. Yeah, a little eastbound and down has been most of my life, minus being an athlete. But
Nice.
yeah, it's true. It's true. As above is below. You can convince yourself into exceptionalism, just as you can talk yourself out of it.
It's true, man. True.
So I have about 8 seconds before my iPad explodes from being in the hot box. So if I lose you,
we've appreciated.
I apologize.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah. Alex, how's the progress, dude?
And if
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I love Alex. He's the fucking man. I hope he's doing great. You know, I'm hoping for him. It's been a while since we caught up, and seen each other, but I'm really hoping the best for you, dude.
Yeah, you too, man. You and the kids. We had kids like a week apart or something like that. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Mitchell. Things are going better with the back, for sure. Now it's just trying to piece things together again from sort of ground zero a little bit differently, but feeling better in the back for sure, which is nice. And then I still want to hook up with you if I can, maybe sometime in this week about that stuff I asked you about last week of like warm-up stuff or some of the GOTA stuff, that protocol that you said, because I leave Wednesday morning to go travel with my UFC fighter who fights this Saturday.
Okay.
And so this week it's just really like every time we've fought, and especially the last 3 years when I got into this group, it's always been like, man, I've always felt like really prepared going into each one because I feel like I've evolved so much each year. But then sometimes I'm like, man, there's so many good ideas out there now. I'm like, I feel like I need more brains like you guys and people out there who've ran these experiments to help me sort of figure out and feel better about like what I'm choosing to do this last week each day and even the day of the fight, because obviously you guys work, especially now, the stories you guys are telling with a lot of really, really high level athletes now. And my fighter mentioned last time that she maybe kind of felt like a little flat going into the fight, as in like we could have done something different the day of to get her really feeling sharp going in there. And I'm like, fuck. Like all the other fight coaches they don't really know how to change the right variables that I think can move the needles. So I think, talking to any of you guys about, sort of how either week of or same day getting athletes prepared for like peak performance. If you guys or anyone here has, sort of go-tos, either protocols or whatever, things that you guys like or have seen work on a regular basis, I'd love to connect with you this week, because I've been doing this on my own for a long time now, and you guys have had so much success with so many people. So that'd be really cool to be able to test things out in real time like this week. And then I got another big one 2 weeks from now. So I'm sure we'll be tapping in again.
Alex, message, if you can, I'll text you on Telegram. It'd be good to hop on a call. Because I was working with a lot of basketball players this season, and it was kind of like I would have like 30, 40-minute sessions, like, and it had to be like on the fly, like get them primed, get them ready to go. So yeah, it'd be good to have a call.
Sweet. Yeah, and I mean, because I feel like I could rationalize anything that I choose, but just seeing what works better or whatever in different scenarios, yeah, no, that would be sweet. Well, I'll message you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, bro, we'll get on a call as well. We'll just we'll get as many people in here to give you good ideas as possible, and then you can decide. So
Sweet.
that'd be a sick effort from the team here.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be open to it. I'll be messaging everybody.
Yeah, bro, that's the way.
Any like go-tos you guys both have like while we're here?
Any go-tos you guys have? Because my
Yeah.
go-tos change. So if anybody else here, yeah, for sure. Like anything same day performance from morning or literally minutes before walkout,
Yeah, the GOTA stuff is good for like priming. Like it's really good for priming.
You feel like
Like,
it's energetic though?
Huh?
You feel like it's energetic though? Like maybe like from like
It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing long isometrics, no. But if you're doing like rocking or if you're doing like internal stuff. So I talked to Colin a lot about this, Zach.
Yeah.
He's like the internal stuff primes me to get my peak sprint all the time. So like yeah, like what does he mean by like the internal stuff? It's just like trying to like, and honestly, when I was in Colorado last time, Mitchell, you showed me just improving my internal rotation in my left hip. But just improving internal rotation is a great tool like pre-fight. So I have some demos I can send you, Alex. But a good one that I like is the squat hinge. I sent it it's in the Dense Club app actually. But I don't know if it's fully GOTA. I just like got it from a coach that did GOTA, but it's like you're emphasizing like the toes to be in a squat rather than this, and then you're emphasizing hips back more, and you're coming up, but then you're turning heels out a lot, and then trying to keep the heels high, and it's almost like you're getting an internal rotation in here, and then sticking the hips back, kind of like an RDL hinge, and then you're coming back down, and you get reps like this, back and forth.
Dude, is this the bolt squat?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I think I've seen it called the bolt squat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like this in and out, and then there's also the lateral rocker. So you're like up here, and this is like primer for like the whole body. It's like toes in, and you're just you're shifting one hip out to the side, kind of like elephant, but it's not really. You keep the knees bent, and then you try to get the pinky to the pinky toe, and that emphasis happening. Pinky to the pinky toe on opposite side. It's good I like it for the lat and the TFL. So I think it's a good primer for those two. Obviously, like the Cador stuff and like just groundwork for the foot, but like hip to lat, especially for a fighter. Like I just started training a fighter. He works for Pereira's coach. Hips and lats, like if you prime them up, the fighter feels free, for sure. So I'll send you those two demos. But yeah, the pinky to pinky, really good cue. You feel like the entire chain, like all the way.
So yeah, please do. I don't know jack about GOTA, but I'll for sure mess around with those positions all day tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex, I would say, those like neural taps with the feet and the hands. Like I'm talking about like right before walkout. Like hitting that, dude. I know that I know personally, if I'm going to run fast, if I do the hamstring and quad version of that, bro, the hamstring tendon is just like, da, 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 da. Like, just got no option,
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, the last 2 weeks really, and today was even our last session. I'll make sure we do. Usually it's like 2 to 3 upper and lower body, like twitch
Yeah.
exercises and things like that, where we'll do peak sets.
Yeah.
I'll do, yeah, like sometimes like a small yoga ball against the wall this way. We'll do external rotation, like in 3 different positions. We'll do lots of hamstring stuff, quad stuff. I'll do hands and feet at the same time, and then we'll crisscross the patterns and things like that. So, but I don't know how close you want to do it.
Dude, I would do
Things
it
like that, like saying, like right in the locker room, things like that, you know.
So,
or
so the way like I think is that you don't have to do something different. In fact, doing the thing you have done before for a workout, because they're familiar, they have confidence in it, they know it. Just change the timing, just change the duration, change the whatever it is.
Yeah.
And just start to fire it. Like I would say, like you said you just did the last workout today. Don't turn it off. Try and keep it just by like little segments, like microdose throughout the day or just whatever. You could even go into like, if you're doing it with the ball, have them do like 5 seconds of that and then go into a combination so that they feel a transfer, you know? So like in the locker room before, be like, ba, 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 and then they, ba, 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 whatever, right? Whatever the combo. So that they're just like lightning. So you can do the same movements you do as workouts for activation. You can do the same movements you do workouts for like strength. It can be done so many different ways. That's like if I was there, that's probably what I would want them to do. But I would say don't turn it off between now and the fight. You've worked so hard. It's one of those things that like the body has to, if you don't, it's one of those things that the body forgets so quickly.
Yeah.
If it's not reminded often.
Yeah.
So I'd say keep that on, bro. That might be like the superpower, you know?
Yeah, and I'm also thinking too, like it's also very position specific. Like there are certain angles you can twitch your leg real fast. For example, we'll do like a side, like a lateral abduction of the leg, and she'll have to twitch as she's lifting her leg up as high as she can and back down. It starts to die as you go up, and then everyone's fast on the bottom. But so I'm wondering, like, how many of them do I choose, or are there like?
What I would say is you just,
because I could do a million.
No, what I would say is just select the most applicable, the ones that you can do the move and then replicate it in a in-fight move, whether it's a kick or a punch or whatever. And then so maybe you just do like you pick 4. You do it very short and you watch them. Once their speed drops below like 95%, you just cut it, right? It's just a reminder. It's not like a workout. So you just watch them. As soon as they drop like this, you done, and then they go combo. And the combo maybe 3, 4, just ba 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 ba. And that's it. Just so they're on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you can do just some towel curls, the elevated heel towel curls right before, just like ba ba. It doesn't have to be big motion or anything. It's just, and then call.
Yeah, just to get the foot burning, or just to get that.
Dude. Yeah, just to get the foot toe active and all the good stuff.
So what about like she's like just a fucking little ball of dense muscle even before I met her, and so I'm always like, man.
Yeah, it's a good point, dude. It's hard to argue with that one. Yeah.
I just sent out some demos.
Nice, bro.
Demos are currency in my eyes.
Yeah, Keegs and I just did some filming on the YouTube shorts and also like they got we done some filming, some stuff that aren't on YouTube. They're not listed, but they that are ready to send out for the Elite Feed program. So I'm psyched we got the videos. Yeah, you're right, Mooch.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
we got the first part of the app, Real Movement app, as it's coming back, and Max showed us the first bit of where he's up to with the build, which is exciting. It's going to be an education hub, but also a networking tool. It's going to have like a communication feed as well, something pretty unique that we've never tried before. And Lincoln, biggest thing I'm excited about is like making it real for more in-person connection, having more leaders in different countries and different parts of the world. So we can continue to do this. The Zoom's good and it's fun, and I think it's important to have these conversations each week. The thing of getting together in person and having being in the same room, testing the stuff is that's the biggest part of why I want to see this thing thrive again. So it's going to be linked with the Dance Club. The Dance Club's still going to be there as like the training app with the leaderboards and such, but the Real Movement's just going to be purely for the coaches side of things and mentoring and bringing together mentors from different areas, different specializations, different parts of the world. This is really something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's fun to see it coming together. The guys coming here to Colorado is going to be kind of the kickoff of it in some way, and the tech will be evolving as well. I had a big chat with Weck about it. Anthony Mooch was actually on the computer while we were talking to Weck on the phone, and they were talking to each other through the triple screen scenarios. So, I really want Weck to be on this, and gonna talk to other coaches that I really respect as well about being advisors and being places that up and coming coaches can go and spend time, as well as the top men from the network as well. So I appreciate you putting on the road for us again as well, Anthony. That's means a lot to see you.
Yeah, did you see it over in over at the bloody temple there? That reel I sent you. One of the guys that bought one, he's taken it to like the birthplace of Tai Chi into the temple.
Nice. All right. I was talking about the robe, not the rope, but the ropes are good.
Oh yeah, no, get to rock the dad rope now. So
that's the way. That was the fatherhood permission, was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey Mitchell, I seen your reel. Went and got one.
Oh yeah, nice, bro.
Yeah, right.
Well
That's
done.
fucking brutal.
Well done, dude. It's just the beginning, my friend.
Yeah. I definitely found some bits and pieces that need attention.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go get these guys set up with their tents and get in the river maybe.
Come on, boys.
Let's go.
Big week ahead.
Pray for us.
We'll keep you updated. Talk soon. Appreciate you all.
Enjoy. Thanks for the call.
Time.
Nailed it.